Alright, so this tutorial is going to show you how to use Snapchat. And I've done a video before, but I really wanted to make something that really showed you more depth as to what I did before. So you would download Snapchat from the App Store, and then you would click on Snapchat. Then you would sign up. You would enter your email address, your password, and your birthday, and then you'll be asked to verify your phone number and your email. Once you do that, you can go ahead and log in. And once you've entered your password, this is the screen that you will see. So it automatically shows the camera. So whatever you're looking at, it will take a picture of. To take a picture, just press the button in the middle, and you can tap to add a caption and just say hello. And then you can change the fonts up a little bit. So, but there's not a whole lot you can do. It's actually just one font in there. But you can tap the text button, which is this right here on the top right, the T, and then it'll either go bigger and go left align or go middle line. You can move it up and down. You can even turn it around if you wanted, and pinch and zoom and shrink and zoom. And then you can also add a sticker, which is basically any kind of emoji. Again, you can move that around. If you don't want the emoji, click and drag back to the top. If you don't want the text, you can always just delete it. But anyways, you can also change the color of the text when it's in this mode. You can't change the text color much when it's in this mode, so you either have to choose the left align or center align. You can also choose the pencil tool to draw a picture. Some people like to, you can hit undo, and then some people like to scribble the background just so the text pops a little bit more, especially when it's white. So if you're done with the pencil, just click the left arrow button on the top left, and click on the pencil tool if you want to change that text color again. Tap the text and then pick a color. Unfortunately, you can't return it back to white, but anyways. But if I decide I don't like this, I can click the X on the top and take another picture. So we're going to click again, take a picture, and then you can swipe for filters. This is a different filter. My image is white, so you can't really see what it does. Black and white. Then your mouse power. So if you're walking or have any kind of movement, it'll show you how fast you're going. Then it'll show you the time as well, and your battery life. Now you can swipe to the right to select other filters, and it'll show you also where your location is. And I'm in San Diego, obviously. Now that you have your picture, again, you can either add some more text, say hello. We'll add a bit of text right there, and then we'll use our pencil tool and just say hello from San Diego. Now, there's a bunch of different options on this screen. So I'm going to get out of the pencil tool by clicking the left arrow button at the top left. On the bottom left is a timer, so you can select how long you want your snap to show inside of your feed. You can choose from 1 up to 10 seconds. We're going to start with 3. That's the average, and that seems to work really well. The second tool on the bottom left is saves your picture to your phone, and here is where you add it to stories. And stories is actually the place that we use the most. So let me go ahead and click on this kind of rectangular or the square button with a plus sign right next to that little down arrow. Then you can either add it to your story one time or add and don't show again. I just recommend add. Remember, the novelty of Snapchat was that you would see the picture once and never see it again, but it's kind of evolved and changed, so now we would just want to add it for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, it would disappear, as opposed to add and don't show again, where it would appear once and whoever's viewing it cannot watch it again. So we're just going to hit add. And then you'll see the stories feed, and this is kind of where the magic happens. You'll see updates from your friends under recent updates. The discover feed And the live feed are just kind of some fun feeds that you can watch, but it's not how most people use Snapchat. It's more for advertisers to use to advertise to its users. Let's click on my story. Right now, the only story I have is Hello from San Diego, and that's it. We'll tap again. You can see the top right, the little circle is diminishing, which means it's ending. And then Team Snapchat. These are images that you won't really see. You can't really make these inside of Snapchat. So Snapchat does this because they own the platform, but you can't actually make stuff like this. Just so you know. So you can go ahead and tap that. And then if you want to get out of it, just click and swipe down. So let's add somebody. So actually, let me go back to the stories feed real quick. And then we're going to add another picture just so we have another image in our feed. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to do an emoji right there. You can add multiple emojis. So that's it. And then you can, of course, draw if you wanted. Then you can save to your phone if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it at 3 seconds, and I'm going to add to my story again. Here's the other thing I forgot to show you. But now you can see on my story feed I have 2 stories. And I tap on the image if I think the image is taking too long to load. Again, tap again. So let's do one more image, and we're going to send it to somebody. So let's take the picture, tap the screen, get the pencil tool, draw a heart, and we're going to click the bottom right arrow that's flashing, and here you can send it to someone. So who are we going to send it to? You would tap whoever it is. Let's see if I can send it to myself. Send it to myself and tap myself and then send it. And once that person sees that image, they can only see it once. Again, I am more into Snapchat because of the stories feed. The Snap messaging is kind of clunky. You can only see it once, and if somebody replies to you, you can't see the message that you've said before. So sometimes people forget what you've said before. So it's really, really clunky, but if you want, you can tap on that, and then we'll see the image, and that's it. Okay, so let's go back to the stories feed, and now we're going to add somebody. So you can do a search for someone, but you would have to add their exact username. So I'm going to go ahead and add my other username. And then that's me. We're going to hit the plus button. And then you can see my feed. Actually, yeah, let me see if we can see my feed. No, you'd have to go back to the stories feed. And it's not there. It's not there. What's going on? Hold on. Okay, my feed showed up. It just took a minute to show up. So let me go ahead and tap on my feed. And this is what, if you have more friends, the list of all their names would be below all stories. And so I would click on my name, and the story's going to run. So I took a picture of myself.
Apparently I did 2 selfies.
I'm talking about myself again.
I promise.
And then here's some fun things you can do, filters for your face. So it's just kind of interesting. To do that, I'll show you how to do that later. And then just kind of, whatever, random stuff. I'm at Starbucks. So that's my story feed. And again, you can tap if you're done with that. So that's your stories feed, and the fun is that there's no distractions when you're inside of the story feed. That's all you see. There's no comments.
Apparently I did 2 selfies. I am not that self-absorbed.
There's no place to reply to or comment to. You can tap on it and chat, or at the end of it, it'll ask if you want to chat with the person. So you could tap on it, and let me see if it'll let me chat. I guess I'm not friends with myself yet, so it won't let me reply. But anyways, that's kind of why it's kind of cool. It's because it's a platform where you're not distracted by anything else. You're not distracted by ads or comments or likes or anything like that. It's all about absorbing a person's story, and so it's great for behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so now let me show you the part where you update your profile. On this screen, again, back to our picture. Now, if you want to edit your profile, click on the little snap dude at the top. And this is my profile. It has my name. You can change your profile pic by tapping the little ghost icon. Once you tap that, you can't change your picture back to what it was before. So unless you really want to change it, don't tap it. But I guess we'll go ahead and just change it, tap it just so you can see. It puts the camera in selfie mode, and right now you can see my ceiling. If you don't want to change it, I guess you can click the arrow back. But if you do want to change it, tap this, and it'll take a picture in kind of a burst mode, and you can only take it in selfie mode. You can't take it in any other mode. So you would just tap this, and you'll hear a click, 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 and then it'll flash until it's done taking a picture. And once that's it, that's your picture. So you can either, when you click, you can delete the image by selecting the top left button with the ghost, and it'll remove your existing profile picture. But again, you can never go back to what it was before once you hit the photo button. So we can hit this photo button again, and then it'll snap, I think, 4 times. And it does like an animated image. And then when you're done with that, just hit the back button and it'll save. And so you can't really see what's going on right now. Let me do a little bit of movement so you can see kind of my ceiling fan and see what that does. So we'll tap on this again, and then here. Yeah, you can see my ceiling fan. How exciting is that? But you'll watch when we're done, it has an animation. Okay, so that's all that is. And you hit back and it saves it automatically, whether or not you like it. And then in the screen, you can see who's added you. You can add friends by tapping the add friends. And then you have to add you can add either by username or by snap code by taking a picture of someone's snap image. All right, now we're gonna add by snap code. So I have a friend, well, quote friend, anybody can follow him. His name is John Lee Dumas, and he's the host of Entrepreneur on Fire. We're gonna add by snap code, and we're gonna choose his picture. And you can see Snap is scanning it for his QR code. And let me see if it's gonna work. I don't think it worked. Let's try this again. Yep, there we go. Now it added. So we'll hit add. Yeah, what happened was that the picture cut out, so it wasn't able to add the entire thing. So make sure that you take the whole picture, that none of it gets cropped out. Okay, so we're gonna go to My Friends. Here's the thing, you can't view your friend's feed through My Friends. It's kind of annoying. Again, that Snapchat is kind of clunky. So you would click on John Lee Dumas, and there's no place for you to view his story feed. You can either send him a message using the blue text box, send him a picture snap, or delete him by using that little wheel icon. So we're just going to cancel that. But if you do want to view his feed, you got to go back to the stories feed. So to view the stories feed, if you're in this picture, you'll see the 1, and then you would tap on the 1, and John's stories will show up. So you see recent updates and all stories. All stories means that you've already viewed their photos. Recent updates means that he's added something new and you have not seen it yet. So we'll go ahead and tap on his feed.
All right, Fire Nation. I know you hear this from me a lot, but today is just like
he talks a lot in his
this
snaps.
is even good.
So it's like 10-second burst videos, and then he could obviously see he was talking a lot. Yeah, so to get to your stories feed, you would have to be inside of your picture mode, and then you would tap on the right. If there's a number on the bottom right now it just shows 3 lines, meaning there's nothing new. But if there were some new stories, it would tell you how many new updates there are. So we tap on that, and then you'll see your stories feed. So that's how you would access it. So let's exit out of the app, tap on Snapchat, tap on the bottom right to view new stories. Sometimes it is updated and it doesn't have a number, just so you know. And then you can access the stories feed, and then all your friends would pop up on here. Okay, so let's add one more person. Also on the left, it says you have a message from Snap, so you would tap it, and then this is actually a tutorial of how to use Snap, but it's not very good. So you can also add a person using the stories feed. Sometimes it shows up like this, where the search button is cut out, so you would have to swipe down, tap the search button, and let's add Chris Ducker. I don't know why, but his first name that came to mind. another entrepreneur who doesn't mind if you add him. Then you would tap the add button, and there he is. He's my friend now. It's going to be a minute before his name pops up. Another person that we can add that I know adds everyone is Lewis Howes. So, and you have to type in exactly. If I did this, this is not Lewis Howes. So you have to make sure that their username is exact. So I type Lewis Howes, I had him too, and then hit done. Go back to my stories feed by tapping the exit button on the search field. And then again, just give it a minute and it'll populate. So